on what Jesus told them. You know that there are miracles that God has already prepared long time ago for you and I. But until we learn to act on it, it's not going to happen. You see, this man's opening of his eyes is dependent in his obedience to wash in the pool where Jesus is sending him. I believe that if he did not go to this pool of Siloam, suppose there are many pools in Jerusalem, by the way, during the time. What if he did not, oh, that's too far away, I'll just go wash here next one. Do you think his eyes will be open? Because he was instructed exactly to go there. Or he can just simply, there's a house next door. Why don't you get a tub of water there and wash yourself? Washing is all meant to be done. But you see, he has to go exactly to where Jesus would like him to do this washing. No other pool can make this happen. It has to be on what Jesus. So a lot of people are expecting miracles and miracles, and yet they don't follow what the Word of God says. I go to church. I do that. I pray. But you have not followed what the Word of God says. And you expect something miraculous, wonderful to happen in your life. This man did exactly what Jesus, as simple as it can be. The question is, where is God sending you? Where is God sending your life? You need to hear. You need to discern which direction God is leading you. Even coming to church. Is this the church that God is leading you? Is that church? This church? Which church? Some people say, you know what? I've been going to different churches, but I feel this is where God wants me. Oh, that's great. And some people probably left church because they realize this isn't the church for them. Well, bless their heart. But you need to know where God is sending you, because in Jerusalem during the day, there are many pools. Oh, but Jesus says, you go to this pool. That is where you're going to get an answer to you. That is where you're going to have miracles. You're going to see things you have never seen before. Like I said, if you combine dirt and spittle, make a clay, that's not going to do much. It has to be from the power that comes from God. Before I go to my next point, I'd like to point out that he's blind, right? So how can he find the pool of Siloam? It's hard enough to know somebody in front of you or what's next to you. The pool of Siloam is quite a distance from that place. How can he get there? Even if you have faith. And of course, the simple answer is either someone led him there, helped him to get there, or he asked around for direction. Do you know that faith needs help? The reason why you're here this morning, because you have faith, but there were people who helped you arrive to the faith that you have. Either people who witnessed to you, prayed for you, encouraged you, and that's what faith is. Faith needs help. And that's why when we send our kids to a Bible study, to this and activities, we're helping them develop their faith. When we ask them to come to church, you're really helping them to develop their faith so that it will become strong, and someday God can make use of that faith. This man didn't just, that would be a totally super miracle if the man left and straight all the way to a pool. So I don't know how many houses he will bump into, but if he can turn around in the direction until he arrives at Pool Siloam, in his condition being blind, he didn't have to be healed anymore. He could see his way. But somebody helped him. And I'm glad that over the years, a lot of people helped me on my faith. That's why I listen to Christian radio even when I drive, because this pastor or that person, it helped me on my faith. when I attend a prayer meeting or a Bible study, I listen to this testimony, it helped me on my faith. Because faith needs help. Like this man, he already has faith. He's willing to go. Oh, but where that follows slow, I don't know, he's blind. Oh, but we know for sure someone guided him and helped. You know that your faith needs help. And your children's faith, they need help. Oh, but when you say, oh, I don't want to go. You know, I want you to go because that faith that you will get there, you need it to be successful in this world.
Amen.
A lot of trouble waiting for you out there. Unless you have faith, you're not going to make it. I will be here to help you. Oh, but Jesus will be here to help you. You just have to develop this kind of faith. That's why sometimes I kind of get upset when the work of God is being impeded in the life of people. Why? Because you don't know what will happen to that place, what they will hear, what they will see. That could be the wonder that we are all waiting and praying for. You don't know. Because God can do this, what? As He was passing by. An ordinary thing. And yet, what? This event, still today, is blessing people around the world. Last 2,000 years. Now, that's just an aside. But here is the particular pool, the pool called Sent. Why is this special pool? You know, I was telling my wife that God never does anything that has no purpose. And He never does anything that has no message. You know, when He does something in your life, He has always a message. Some people say, oh, you know what? I got this thing. Oh, thank God, thank God, thank God. But all they can see is the thing, not the message that goes with the thing. You need to understand the message of God. Because when He created the heavens and the earth, the stars and the moon, David says, they speak. He has a message. And the Bible says that someday God will judge the world, those who have read the Bible or heard the Bible, and those who did not. Oh, so how is He going to judge those who did not read and hear the Bible? Well, from the things they have seen in nature and all that. Because they speak, the Bible says. So there is a message. Now, when Jesus picked this pool, this particular pool called Sent, there is a message why He picked this pool. First of all, Jesus always always said this, I was sent by God. I was sent by God. I came from God. And that's why He got into trouble, because He said, what? You're just a carpenter. How come you're saying you're sent from God? Or He always say that. And I believe that this is another way of Jesus saying, go to the pool that is called Sent. Why? Because Jesus, this miracle will testify that He is one sent by God. At least it points back to Jesus. The name of the pool, Sent. Because Jesus was sent by God. But also, He was sent by God because by going to this pool Sent, this blind man received what he really longs for. And I will tell you that unless you go to where God is sending you, you continue to be looking for things you can't find. This man found what he was looking for when he went to the pool called Sent. That's why I always emphasize that, is this what God is telling you to do? Is this where God is sending you? Because it's important. Even when we read the Bible sometimes, we need to know that this is the particular thing we need to read today. And not just, somebody said, just flip a page and read. Well, you can do that too, but it's better that you prayed about which passage you need to read. Because that may be where God is sending you. This is a specific pool. It points to the mission of Jesus, that He was sent by God. It points to who He is, that He is what they were looking for. Somebody said that this is one of the two miracles the only two miracles Jesus did in Jerusalem. He made tons of miracles, so many miracles. But in the city of Jerusalem, this is just one of the two. I didn't do that. I didn't know that until I went to Jerusalem with my wife. The tour guide says, do you know that Jesus only did two miracles in Jerusalem? And this is one of them. Do you know the other one? And he connected to David. I like that tour guide because you just don't see things, but he connects you to the Word of God. You just don't come to church, but you connect your coming to church to the Word of God. You don't just pray, but you connect your prayer to what God promised. And so, this going to this pool speaks a lot, because this is the pool called sent. Because that's who Jesus is. He was sent by God. He was, in this particular day, Jesus was sent to this man to have his eyes opened that day. That's why Jesus, you go to the pool called sent. Because this is the day that I was sent to open your eyes. A lot of things we can say about this pool. And I ask myself, is this really the place God is sending me? Or is that really what God is intending me to go or to do? Because I have a good, to myself, I have a good idea where God is sending me. Do you have a good idea where God is sending me? These coming months, 2020, I have a lot of things that I sense or discern. This is what God would like me to do. This is what God would like me to come. Someone, I think a couple Sundays ago, someone asked me, Pastor, can you pray for me? Sure. Let's go in here and I want you to just pray for me. And the person shared to me a few things about his life and asked for prayer. Because he said, I believe that this is what God is sending me to do. I'm glad with that, because some people, they just go to church. They don't know what is it that they're here or what is it that God would like them to do. A person is complaining, my life is always like this. I don't know what God is going to do. And that can be depressing too, right? But if you have a sense of where God is heading, don't you get excited? Yeah. I got excited because now, I have some expectations. And if your expectations are happening, wow, you could feel, I'm getting there. Life can be exciting. Church can be exciting. Do you find church exciting? Some people are boring. But if you can sense that this is the right place to go, this is where God is sending me on Sunday. This is what God would like me to do. This is God. It can be exciting. I don't know about you, but there's a guy who comes here every now and then, spend a few hours, ride a truck, cut all these grasses and everything. Why is he doing that? He probably believes that's where God is sending him, to cut those grasses. And that's why he doesn't complain. He enjoys probably doing that. Otherwise he won't keep doing it. Because he believes that's what... Now, don't you go ride that truck next Sunday and say, you know what, because that might not be where God is sending you. You need to know what God is intending for you to do. There's something in this church that needs to be done, but that may be for you, that may be for you. You need to know what is it that God would like you to do. And then we see results happening. And this man was told, go there in that pool, you'll see result. Result that you have never seen before. Result that only in your dreams. And it did, because this man must be dreaming someday his eyes will be open. He's wishing he could see like others. But because of this simple faith and obedience to what Jesus says, wonderful things happen in their life. That was just the beginning. This event was just the beginning. Someday we can ask this man in heaven, what else happened in your life after that day? And I'm saying that this thing is still happening today. What thing? That Jesus sending people is still happening. Not only to this man, but God is still sending people to a place where they'll see wonders for themselves. And that's why I'm excited, because I think I'm going to see more wonderful things in my life. And I can see it happening. So, but like I said, faith also what? It needs help. Needs help. So in closing, there's still mystery that remains a mystery. This is a mysterious thing, right?